Hey everybody, Casey here. Just wanted to let you know that we do more than just this podcast, so why don't you head on over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Groupcast Nation. Also, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Groupcast Nation. Also, if these three things are too convenient for you, you can also email us at groupcastnation@gmail.com. There you can give us any of your questions or comments, or if you want us to do an ad read of some sort of business or project you may be working on, you can also put that in there too. And don't worry, we'll put the links to these and more down in the links. Ladies and gentlemen, step right up, step right up. Beyond the threshold of this theme song lies the greatest show you've ever heard. A podcast where the topic is everything our fine specimens can think of. That's right, sit on down and have yourselves a listen to Groupcast. At center stage is Casey, creator of the show and part-time llama enthusiast. On a soapbox, somewhere in the hedge maze, is Lennon, the comedian with a heart made of video games.
Canada dries a liquid, what the hell? What's Canada wet?
In the acrobatics tent is Amber, part woman, part goose, part excited puppy. That's an improper fraction, folks.
We are avocados at law.
And the wall as the wall.
Ryan, you're a naughty chef.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin.
Jess and I, on our way back from Philly,
Come closer.
we were listening to some comedians on Spotify on the way back, and there was one guy who had a really good joke that was, if you think about it, any whistle can be a rape whistle. Except for maybe like a slide whistle. Just, ah! It's fucking great.
Well, on that bombshell, welcome to Groupcast.
Oh, are we really starting with that?
I kind of want to,
Son
yeah.
of a bitch. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Speaking of rape whistles,
Okay.
Oh god.
at orientation at Millersville.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I could set you up for this segue.
Thank you. Millersville handed out rape whistles
To everybody.
Nice.
I got
Oh,
one.
to
man.
everyone. And I just remember, walking to my car at night and be like, what is that noise? Oh, it's a rape whistle. It's a rape whistle. And then I got in my car and went home, and I just kind of cried myself to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, someone actually did get raped right after orientation. Not that year, but one year.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why they gave out whistles then?
Maybe? I don't know.
Good lord.
They were preparing. It was a setup.
It was, yeah.
We're testing to see if they all work.
Still have it hooked on my keys in my purse.
Barry, put in a sound clip of that. Slide whistle. There it is.
Sound wonderful.
Barry's our editor.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
That's me, by the way.
What's his last name?
Barry.
Berry.
Yeah. Quite contrary.
Is he a cereal? Is that what the hell is that?
Barry, quite contrary.
Uh-huh.
Episode 130.
I think his name should be Cherry Berry.
Barry, Cherry Berry.
Cherry Berry.
Berry cherry.
He's scary.
Pit Berry, $10.
We're not having another one of these. You
Not
guys
yet.
are gonna get set off on pun wars.
I'm good
Hold
for
on,
now.
hold on. If he was a cucumber, he'd be Larry.
Okay, I got that one. I don't think anybody else did.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Taking VeggieTales?
Okay.
There you go. It's more widespread than you think.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's true. It actually is. And completely unnecessary
Yeah.
under every circumstance known to man.
Yeah. So, have you... Game Grumps talked about this at one point. I just showed you this morning. This, song...
The Russian alphabet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is a song called Hocus Pocus
By the band.
by a
By the
band
band
called Focus.
Right.
And it's something. It's an experience.
Really?
Yeah. It
It's
starts...
actually right after you wake up and he's like, let me play you this song.
Okay.
And you're like, what the fuck is that shit?
What makes it so interesting?
So
No words.
It was it has no words.
Okay.
It was recorded in 1973, and these guys did probably lots of drugs.
Okay.
There was definitely vocals.
It
but
all
no
adds up.
words.
Yeah. Did you?
Uh-huh.
You know who Nice Peter is?
No.
He's the one guy who does epic
Epic
rap
battles on
history.
history.
Oh, okay. Cool,
Yeah. If you
cool.
actually see his actual face, what he looks like, and then you see the singer, they look almost identical.
All right.
Except the singer has drug hair.
He has drug hair, and he's got the Lincoln beard.
The Lincoln beard.
The Lincoln
Ooh,
beard.
I like it.
Yeah. and it just starts off with like this really fast-paced, heavy like rock thing, and then it just goes into yole 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 papa yole 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 papa.
I like where this is going.
And then it goes into like a minute of more fast-paced, drug-abused music, and then he goes. And it just goes on from
Good
there.
God, you almost peaked my audio. I'm like 10 feet away.
I peaked my audio.
This is going to make nice for sounds.
Yeah.
Somebody get the rape whistle. It's awesome.
It's something. It's an experience. That's all I can say about it.
It you know, it actually does sound like it's actually pretty decent
It is.
as far as music goes.
Yeah.
But as you stated, yes, also very drug heavy.
Yes,
I
it is.
think is how that works.
Drugs.
I've discovered more amazing and terrifying songs through Dan Avedaniel.
He knows all of the
Yes.
awesome yet terrifying
Praise Dan,
songs.
he knows all.
He knows all. He just knows all.
Like that song "Hemispheres" by Rush.
Yeah.
It's like 20 minutes long.
Of course,
And
yeah.
it's more of a poem than it is a song. Like an epic poem you see in like Greek mythology.
Uh-huh.
It's something else.
I've never really listened to a lot of Rush, which is a shame because I like what I've heard,
Yeah.
but I haven't investigated
Good.
further.
Sometimes they have two drummers.
Sometimes they have to,
Yeah.
based on their music.
But it's normally only three guys, which
Yeah.
sounds like it should be more.
That's why they're so impressive.
It's a band with three guys that sounds like you should have the same amount of people in Slipknot,
Right.
which is like 9 people.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I mean, part of being a successful band is impressing in some way other than just the music, I feel.
Yeah.
I had a conversation just yesterday with my friend Jess on the way down to Philly about the Talking Heads.
Okay.
How their music is so, like, basic as far as I'm concerned. For being,
Okay.
like, mid to late 80s, early 90s, it was nothing spectacular. It was very... It was just, like, kind of simple music. Like, there's no kind of crazy
Yeah.
shit going on with it. It's pretty uniform throughout an entire song. And the lyrics are half nonsensical, sort of, but there's, like, no rhyme scheme whatsoever to them. So there's this... And David Burns' voice is so fucking awkward, the way that he sings, and it's very unique, but it's very awkward. So the dichotomy of these two things where the music is so basic but the vocals are so fucking weird is like the only way the Talking Heads works in any way whatsoever. But I'm a fan of them, so it's pretty interesting. It's all David Burns, honestly.
It's all
the
David
singer.
Burns. Yeah, I like I like Muse because it's sort of the same reason where
Muse does great shit.
their music is just you think that came from something, didn't you? It's because it did.
I might have to use that in a How to Play.
You might be asking yourself, does Muse and music have some sort of similarities? Yeah.
No, I was just thinking about the you might be thinking, that came from something. It did. That immediate straight face was awesome.
Yeah. There's that just reminded me because Muse and Focus and all those bands around that time that
Yes.
were doing weird shit, just trying things out.
Yeah.
Reminds me of this chart I saw once called "The Evolution of Rock,"
Okay.
which it's one of those infograms. I keep forgetting Infographs. Yes, I always forget what they're called. It's
Well, it's easy because it's a graph
yeah,
that shows info.
a very stylized set of things.
Yeah.
Nickelback's all over it.
They've been staring at that graph for years.
And nobody realized it until just recently.
Yeah.
So
Every time they do, it makes them laugh.
it,
So.
it's just a
That was good.
Yeah.
it's just a set of different comparisons to each decade of rock,
Oh, okay.
and basically it's making the statement that rock music sucks now.
Well, yeah.
Where,
A little bit.
Like my favorite one was like topics of rock music of each decade.
Yeah. Oh.
And each one, it's each decade is a woman dressed as in the times of the decade.
Okay.
Because that's your subject most of the time.
Yes.
Like
the 80s was like the stankest hoe, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was like a girl in a bikini. Or
Exactly.
Something like that. And
go ahead. Yeah,
the
you
2010s era was just a billboard, and it's just a list of topics.
Oh.
One of them was good times and quotes.
Yeah, honestly, that's pretty fucking accurate.
And the 70s was like an old tree man smoking a pipe wearing a captain's cloak.
You know what? That's fairly accurate.
So yeah.
I had just heard a joke from another comedian on the way to Philly.
How about that?
This is going to come up a lot, I feel, because we listen to a lot of different comedians, so there were a lot of topics going on. And the one was about radio commercials. By the way, this guy's style of stand-up was exactly Wes Williams. Like, Wes Williams could have written
That's okay.
and performed.
We need more Wes Williams.
Exactly.
In the world.
But this guy, I forget what his name is, but Wes Williams could have written and performed these jokes, and it would have been exactly the same as this guy did it. And he had a joke about
So
how
there's this guy who's fucking a horse, alright? he's just down there, he's fucking a horse.
he was flipping around in the radio, and it had one of those annoying little sections of just random noises and shit before the thing, and it's like the radio station, like, this is your dad's oldie station. It played like Baba O'Reilly from like the Who, like an actual good song. It's like, but this is your oldie station. It's like, she's my cherry pie. It's like, I want to go to that first one again. That's where I want to be, because I think he said, like, cherry pie is like the epitome of butt rock. Like it's just about you just pick a girl and you come up with a euphemism for vagina and you write a song around that, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah. Didn't the singer for Warrant, wasn't he just like, I hate that song and I wish I didn't write it? Or
Probably.
Like that?
I
feel like he did.
Oh yeah,
say that at one point.
It's like the #1 strip club song or something like that.
Yeah.
By the way, Jess and I came up with a new game on the way back from Philly
Yeah.
last night.
I feel like a lot of things happened there.
You look at a business and you read its title and you go, well, that's a good strip club.
Okay.
And it actually works out pretty well
How was
a lot
that
of the time.
strip club?
Until we came up to, like, I forget what it was, like, doggy style. Like, that's a good... Never mind.
Nice. So, on the way to Philly, or maybe it was back also, when we went there for Philly's Funniest.
Oh. I had another story about that then. Yeah, go ahead.
Jess introduced us to Tig Notaro and her stand-up, in which she had been told she had cancer.
Yeah.
Like
hours
week.
before.
Hours before?
Maybe, I don't know.
It was like between hours and a week before.
Yeah.
And she just came up with a set.
Yeah.
And
like
it was
40
like
minutes.
It was like the darkest shit. She goes on stage and goes, "Hi. Yeah, hi, I have cancer. Yeah, hey guys, I have cancer. Isn't that great?"
She's very funny.
She does a podcast with two other guys called Professor Blastoff.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
It's something else.
We listened to more of her stuff on the way back yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And she had a really funny bit about impressions, which was that, have you ever noticed how, like, when somebody does impressions, like, they always say the name of what the impression is twice? Like, just in case you forgot the first time?
Okay.
So here's my impression of somebody doing an impression. My impression of somebody doing an impression. Have you ever noticed how, like, when people do impressions, they always say the name twice? So this is my impression of somebody, and it loops like 3 fucking
That's
times.
great.
She's apparently very, very, very smart, and how I hadn't heard about her before is unknown to me.
This Professor Blastoff show, I only listened to it like the first few episodes, but it's gotten a lot better since then.
Okay.
They pretend it's 3 comedians. She's one of them. I don't remember who the other 2 are.
Okay.
But they pretend like they discovered this like old bunker where there was this guy named Professor Blastoff who just recorded shit in his basement, and he's now like sending them messages from space, and they just have to talk about whatever he says.
I like the sound of that.
They just it's got the feel of a comedy podcast, but they talk about intelligent and very deep
That's cool.
things.
That's pretty cool. Jess turned me on to this podcast yesterday on the way down
I'm
from
gonna
Philly.
look it up right now because whatever it is, I will listen to it.
It's so good. It's called shit. It's like
go on.
It's like Dead Authors or something like that.
Dead off. Let me see.
It's something like that. The premise is that H.G. Wells created a time machine and has gone back in time to grab other famous authors and bring them into the present, and that's the podcast. It's like two improv comics.
The Dead Authors podcast.
Yes. It's like an hour-long improv thing where one guy is H.G. Wells interviewing whoever the second guy is.
That's amazing.
It's very, very good. There was an episode that we listened to. I can't remember the guy's name. He's like the Scientology guy or something like that. Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Like L something.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yes. That fucking episode is incredible because the guy who's L. Ron Hubbard is fucking fantastic at being completely like nonsensical and twisting what everybody is saying to fit exactly what he wants.
I just downloaded that podcast episode just now.
It is so good. We only listened to like half of it before we decided we'll move on to something else now to move on to something else. But oh my god, I was loving every second of it.
Loving every minute of it.
Now. To continue about Philly.
Okay.
But
this
last
is rapidly
time,
becoming the Casey and Lennon show.
the last time that we went to Philly,
Okay.
Which we is me and it's Casey and it's Erica and it's Jess.
Yep.
We after the show was over from Philly's Funniest, we debated for like a half an hour or more where we were going to eat, and
Right.
we debated very hard about checking out the Shake Shack.
Yes.
Which we never did. We never went into the Shake Shack.
Because
there was a big line when we first
Yeah.
got there. And then afterwards, we just didn't want to go in for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Interestingly, the next two Rooster Teeth podcasts had Bernie going like, Shake Shack is like the best fucking place I've ever been to.
Oh, man.
So it's something that we definitely missed out on. So when Jess and I were there yesterday,
Yeah.
we made a point to go to Shake Shack.
And? Okay, I can see where this is going already.
Well, I'm going to start by saying this.
Okay.
I feel like I'm very jaded to a lot of experiences of saying things like, "This is the best thing ever,"
Okay, yeah,
or things
yeah.
like that. I just
You
don't
gotta be
feel
careful
that
with
way.
that anyway, because people just throw around that sort of sentence all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So, in my opinion, the fries were fine. They're whatever.
They're fries.
The burger is like a Wendy's burger 3.0.
Okay.
Like the burger itself, just the burger, nothing else, tasted practically like a Wendy's burger.
Okay.
Maybe a little greasier than that, but other than that, it's like exactly the fucking same. But there was maybe like twice as much cheese, and it was melted much more consistently and to everybody's liking. And the bun is like a huge fucking upgrade.
Okay.
Like something that Bernie had mentioned on that podcast that I forgot about until I got my burger is that the bun, it's not open in the back. Like it's not like you can just pull the fucking top off. It's like a bun that's split.
Okay.
So it's like, which is really, really interesting. I don't know why, but to me it just is. It's just nothing that you see anywhere else. But the bun has wonderfully soaked up the grease of this burger. And the bun is just like soft as shit. Like I picked this burger up for the first time, like, oh, this is practically a liquid. It's not that far, but
Okay, yeah.
it is a very, very good burger. But if you don't want to spend $6, just go to Wendy's and you'll get something very similar.
Well, that's how Philly is. Stuff
Yeah.
is expensive.
Well, yeah, but it is a very high quality place. I will admit.
Did you get any shakes?
I did not.
Okay.
She did, and I wanted to taste some, but I did not.
Yeah.
But next time that we're in Philly, we'll have to. We'll
I
stop
would
in.
wholeheartedly go into that place.
I've got a lot of things going on in Philly, dude. I don't know what's been going on with me lately in Philly, but I'm hitting it off in Philly.
Maybe you should move there.
I don't know. They'll take the Shane Gillis route.
Yeah,
That's what
maybe
he did.
you should.
When I was at Philly Funniest, there was a guy in the audience who was there to support another one of his friends.
Okay.
And he really liked my stuff, and he said, do you want to come out and do a show? And that's what I did yesterday.
Okay.
So when I was there yesterday, after the show was over and the comedians were kind of hanging out, another guy came up to me and said, hey, I run a show in Philly. Do you want to come out and do this
that's
show?
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's this chain that's going on, which is really cool. So I'm going to be in Philly for that, whatever date we decide. We haven't talked about it yet. I have a show in Philly on July 18th, which is a competition again. Okay. And if I advance to the finals, then it's the 25th, the week after that. And I just signed up for a fighting game tournament for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on August 1st.
Nice.
And I'm super fucking excited for that.
I hope you will clear your schedule for when we go to Philly again.
Right, on like August 15th?
August 16th.
Yep. 16th? Yeah, so I'm going to be in Philly way more than I think my wallet should accept.
It's going to be a good time. I'm so looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I spent like $50 yesterday. It's
man.
Well, I paid the tolls both ways.
Yeah.
Because Jess was driving.
Next time, when we're going, I'll have Easy Pass. So we'll be able to, we'll be able to do coke off the dashboard.
Yeah, Easy Pass. Yeah.
We'll be able to keep our pants
now
around
you
our
can
ankles.
keep your pants around your ankles. Yeah. Oh, Perry. How are you dead and Charlie still alive?
It's one of life's cruel tricks.
Keith Paradise asked me that question at least once every other week.
I'm not in any way surprised.
I know. Oh my God, Charlie is.
Oh. That's about it.
Charlie is, and that's the unfortunate part. Is that he is,
the other two
and not
people who
was.
are on their devices currently and not paying any attention to the show right now haven't met or seen Charlie.
Have you?
And that's okay.
Have you not seen him anywhere ever?
I've seen video evidence to prove his existence.
Much in the same way that watching Heath
Sasquatch?
Walkenmeyer...
Actually, yeah, he is Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Go on.
He's better than Sasquatch.
Well,
yeah, he is.
Well, Joey, do you know what a blumpkin is?
I do know what a blumpkin is.
He's like Sacksquatch. It's the best big pun I could get out of that.
Fat Squatch.
Mm. That's
so,
pretty
Amber,
good, too.
do you know what a blumpkin is?
No.
Do you know I know 3 comedians who have Blumpkin jokes? I don't like it.
That's 3 too many.
It's 3 too many. It really is.
Yeah.
Charlie is one of them, so I guess I know 2 comics.
That's his only funny joke?
No, it's not. It's not.
I think it's
his funny joke is the Alzheimer's walk. Where his town had an Alzheimer's walk last week. So far, 3 of them have come back.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
That's funny as hell. I want that joke.
It is funny, yeah. Some comedians around here, a lot of them suck.
Okay, yeah.
And at the same time, a lot of them have really funny bits.
Yes.
And some of those comedians just drop those ideas.
Yeah.
Which is depressing.
Well, that's the way it goes just about anywhere. Like, there was a guy in Philly last night who, I thought he was very, very... I thought he was pretty funny. He had a very, direct, slightly, angry, almost like a douchebag kind of thing, though.
Okay.
I mean, he had this kind of douchebag air about him, but it wasn't anything, threatening in any sort of way. So it was pleasant to view him. Yeah. And he had some
douche perfume around him.
He did, yes. He had some very funny premises, and he had a couple really good lines, but it was surrounded by a ton of bullshit, which was unfortunate. If he would cut that stuff out, this guy could be definitely one of the best comics I think I've seen. He had some really good stuff. I remember none of it, but he had some really good stuff.
Back on Gaming for Honor real quick, which I want to remind people, because I really want to throw this out there for people who are in the area of Philadelphia. I've mentioned this on the show once before, but I'm going to bring it up again. It is an all-day event at a Dave & Buster's right along the river in Philadelphia.
Yep.
And I'm going to get there.
Apparently it's shady as shit around that area,
It's not,
right?
though.
Oh, okay.
No, Erica said it was, but I talked to the guy who, lives right across the street from it, which is why it's happening there. He's like, no, it's totally fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
But, of course, this is from someone who was born and raised in Philly, so...
Right, so his level of fine is nowhere near our level of fine. His level of fine is oh, my car only had one window broken today. That's great. That's fantastic.
Our level of fine is, maybe one corn stalk falls over.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, this is an all-day event at a Dave & Buster's in central Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna include speed runs.
Nice.
It's gonna have a Smash Brawl tournament.
I gotta get it. Maybe I need to brush up on my brawl.
You might want to.
I need to get in on this.
And something else, I forget what.
I'm gonna kill everybody with Ganondorf, and they're gonna hate me so much.
Yeah.
He's the lamest character in that game. That's
Ah!
why I use him, because he's lame.
To be fair, as far as heavy hitters go, Ganondorf is probably the best.
He hits really hard, but he is incredibly slow.
He's the fattest.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
he's got the fats.
So, Lennon and Rolls, I hope, will be going. I'm definitely going.
I'm probably going.
Alright, cool. Well, as long as it's more than just me.
Right, yes. Yeah, Philly trips are not fun by yourself.
Yeah, we can either drive there or we can take the train. Because apparently the train to Philly is, like, an excellent experience.
Took a train down river called Freedom in 35.
I forgot about that.
That's a joke.
Super
All right.
joke. So, I am almost at 100 followers, and I've been spreading the word through my Twitch channel.
That's amazing. I have actually not been watching your stuff much lately.
That's fine.
I popped on for some of, what was it that you told me about you were playing?
I don't know.
This was like a week ago. I don't know. You were playing something, so I'll pop in and watch this.
Maybe
I didn't have
Mario
much of a
Luigi
chance.
Superstar Saga.
No, that wasn't it. That's a great game, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Wonderful
very good game.
I'm amazed that I got it to work. It is the only Game Boy Advance game that I still have in my possession. The others
Really?
mysteriously disappeared in one way or another.
I have two.
Yeah, I don't have them.
I have Pokemon Leaf Green and also Pokemon Emerald in my possession.
Yeah, I don't even have that.
Nice.
But I got it to work because I have that thing that you attach to the bottom of the GameCube and you throw it, the cartridge in there.
Oh, yeah.
It took a lot of work to get to work.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of old technology.
It's old
at this
and
point.
it's dusty.
It's at least 10 years.
But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is a lot. I've been spreading the word about this Gaming for Honor, and apparently a lot of people. It's a dichotomy of people who watch my stream. They either live around here, or they live in Britain.
Yeah.
It's hardly any middle ground.
Is Twitch like big across the pond?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, that's cool.
I would even venture to say more than here.
That's pretty cool,
I
actually.
think Twitch is big everywhere.
Yeah,
Really.
Britain and
It's
Germany
certainly
especially.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a lot of German streamers about.
Yeah.
So we're doing.
Streamer.
Yeah. I got it. We're having a Captain McMeetup there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. That's what I started calling it. So what?
Speaking of having a McMeetup,
Okay.
which that totally
Can I
sounds like
finish what
something.
I'm saying?
Yes.
Shake Shack.
Just
Yeah, so Shake
like,
Shack.
that totally sounds like something you'd find on the dollar menu.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No,
I
it's on the secret menu. Like, you gotta, like, whisper it to the cashier.
I saw
Meet up, and she, like, meets you out back for, like, meth.
She draws it out of the dumpster
Yeah.
with a straw.
I saw a video.
Is she siphoning meth? Is that
Hold on. The people who are going to be there so far that I know of is Ski Craze Teddy, who's organizing the event with one of his friends.
Makes sense that he'll be there, then.
Silly Happy Girl will be there. She's from
Nice.
she's from New Jersey. I told her about it and she was like instantly yes.
Oh, she's awesome. I
and
like
then
her.
also my streamer friend Hypothetical Tiger may make an appearance.
Nice.
Yep.
That's very
He
cool.
lives near Allentown, so it's actually a shorter trip for him.
Cool.
So he said he might make an appearance if he can.
Can we go back to siphoning meth?
Anyway,
Yeah.
I saw a video a few days ago.
Avinja.
Yes,
Video.
it consisted of it was taken in a McDonald's. All right,
Okay.
and
I'm sold.
the video was of Ronald McDonald jumping up onto the counter, yelling, "Let's McFreaking lose it!"
Oh.
He's got like the paper cups in his hands. And
Yeah.
Alright.
I just couldn't get over the fact that he said, "Let's McFreaking lose it."
I imagine he goes up there with like 2 Uzis and starts to shoot.
Oh, he lost it. There's nothing creepier than Japanese Ronald McDonald.
I know, right?
That is, yeah. Japan doesn't know clowns very well,
No.
apparently. And they should stay away from clowns as much as possible.
I need to find a video. I will try my best to locate it.
Their vampires are awesome.
It doesn't have a name, which is going to make it much harder to track down. But I'm pretty sure I favorited it at one point in time. It was, they mixed the, I don't know if you guys have heard of this anime. I've only sort of know of it. It's
Okay.
called Lucky Star.
I know the name.
It's your run-of-the-mill anime with anime girls in it.
Right.
It combines that anime with McDonald's Japanese McDonald's advertisements.
Really?
To the nth degree.
Oh my god.
All the while an orchestral can is playing.
Oh.
It's one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. I'm going to try to find it and put in the links.
Okay.
Speaking of being the greatest video you've ever seen,
let's talk about Worcester.
Yeah,
let's talk
about Worcester. Audience, if you exist.
Oh, I thought we were going to start talking about The Price is Right.
Okay, that's also a very good video.
No,
Amber still has not seen it, and you need to.
We're going to do that when we're done.
We're putting all these videos in the links, right?
Yeah. Stop staring at the window.
I'm looking at Corm.
We're putting all these videos we're talking about. We're putting them in the links, right?
Corm.
Oh.
Links.
The band?
Corm.
Links.
There is one corm outside.
Just one?
Just
Links?
one.
Yeah.
Links.
One solid corm.
One individual corm.
Anybody for
And also
links?
there's ducks.
Anybody for
Oh, there's
links?
ducks?
Links?
No, I'm looking
Links
at that.
No,
anyone?
they're dead though.
Oh, well then
I mean, they were never real.
Oh, I don't care anymore.
They're metaphysical ducks.
Metaphysical?
No, they're doggy toys.
So links, right?
Right, okay, yeah.
So
what about Legend of Zelda?
videos, they're in links.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, there is Worcester. If you don't know him, he's a Pokemon speedrunner. God bless his soul. So I found him. I found his YouTube channel a few days ago, and he has about like 150 highlights from all of his various streams.
He's been at
A
it
lot
a
of
while.
highlights.
He's been at it for quite some time.
Yeah. And all of them are freaking hilarious and or awesome in some fashion. But like, there was one that completely stood out to me because I just lose my shit every time I watch it. It involves him. He's playing, I think, red or maybe yellow.
No, he's playing Crystal.
Is it Crystal?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
well,
close.
He's playing a game, all right? And he's fighting Giovanni, not like the Pokemon Gym Giovanni, but like the Team Rocket boss Giovanni.
Yeah.
And he goes to fight the Kangaskhan. He's got a Blastoise, right?
Yes.
So he just what ends up happening is this Kangaskhan completely screws him over by using Mega Punch, but his reaction to it is fantastic because he'll just be like, no, yes, oh no, oh no, oh yes.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah, he's pretty great. One of my favorite video that he's done, it wasn't even by him, he was at like AGDQ or something. Which, by the way, I'm going to AGDQ.
Are you?
Yep.
Sweet, where is it?
No idea.
You're just going.
I'm gonna go wherever it is. I need somebody to go with me.
California!
That would be terrible.
Wouldn't it?
I don't want to go that far.
Wasn't it in DC like 2 years ago or something?
Virginia.
Oh.
Yep.
Close
But anyway,
enough.
he was playing Pokemon Heart Gold.
Yeah.
And he beat the game. He got a personal best on playing that, which was 3 seconds away from world record.
Oh,
it was so disappointing.
Aww.
Everybody was like on the edge of their seat because it was so close.
Yeah,
but it was an amazing video.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of Peanut Butter Gamer's Pokemon?
No, I haven't.
Nuzlocke? It's highly recommended. The
yeah.
emotional ups and downs that not only he faces but you face watching it.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's a very good series from beginning to end. Because he had no shit.
How unfortunate.
That's what makes it so much fun. Like there's just a moment where it seems completely hopeless, and somehow it just magically turns around.
That's like the Fire Red playthrough that I did when we were fighting the Elite Four.
Yeah,
and I was using Dragon Rage.
Yeah,
which for those of you who don't know, always does the same amount of damage.
Yep, and it's not like a great amount of damage.
No.
It's 40. It's 40 damage every hit.
Yep.
You'd be better off using Nightshade.
Yeah, nope.
In the Elite Four, everyone's HP is probably around like between 150 200.
I would say so.
Yeah.
So okay, What do I want to talk about? I got so many things, and I gotta pick and choose now.
My cat has superpowers.
Okay, go on.
All right, good segue. Good segue.
My cat, not my three-legged cat, but my other cat, has a superpower. Where
Keep in mind that Lennon's three-legged cat is named Sambo.
Yes. Oh, I feel so bad for him right now. He got into a cat fight the other night.
Did he lose another leg?
No, but he lost that cat fight for sure. So he's kind of hurting right now, which is a shame. But my other cat has a superpower in which she can.
God?
She can. Yes, she was zapped through the internet and has god-like powers now. Creationist cat for everybody who is like.
Sounds like a ridiculous 90s TV show.
It does, right? Well, there's actually a YouTube channel called The Creationist Cat.
It's hilarious.
It's very funny. I love anytime he's on like the Drunken Peasants. It's fantastic.
If you look right here, you can see that the Illuminati symbol is made out of these various pieces of bread. Now, if you look a little bit closer,
It's so good. It's such good satire. Anyway, my cat has a superpower.
Yes.
In which she
That's attached.
can do anything within her power if she needs to vomit to not vomit. The cat will make incredible noises, like, "Oh, this is gonna be it." You know, it's just what's that noise like? That?
It's like
Yeah, but in the 2 years that I've had this cat, never once has thrown up. That cat has fought super hard and has succeeded every single time. However, there was probably the funniest thing I think I've ever seen the other day. So the cat can't vomit.
Okay.
However, the cat wanted to vomit, so the cat went out and ate grass.
Okay.
The cat comes inside and starts making ungodly noises, still trying not to throw up. The grass the cat had eaten wanted to come up, but because the cat focused so hard on not throwing up, the grass went into the nasal passage and slowly began coming out, and it was driving the cat fucking insane. The cat was just trying to sneeze as much as possible, and was just and
Amber, didn't something similar happen to you?
grass.
I could have sworn you like sneezed out something dry after eating it.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
But the cat is running around the
Spaghetti
house
was the worst.
with a long blade of grass halfway out its nose, and I'm just trying to hold this cat down so I can just pull it out. The cat was not having any of this. But I eventually just pulled it out real fast, and she was just... and done. That was it. That was the whole experience.
Oh, that's great.
It was a magical time for everybody.
There was a time when I worked at
Plant.
No.
Plant
Plant.
Fitness.
No. Payless.
Payless.
Oh,
That
Payless Fitness.
a little boy was complaining that his tummy hurt and his mom ignored him. And he was like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. And I was like, get your kid outside. And he covered his mouth and threw up out his nose.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
One time, a friend of mine was drinking Pepsi, and I said something to make them laugh. However, they wanted very hard not to spit out the Pepsi that was in their mouth, and they'd fought very hard to do this until it came out their nose, burned like a motherfucker,
Yeah, I bet.
and just made them spit their Pepsi anyway.
worst
So they
is-
lost twice.
The worst is grape soda.
Is
Or,
it?
No, actually, grape juice is worse.
Why is it so worse?
Burns the worst.
Oh, okay.
That's weird because it's not like citric or anything.
I can't say I've ever had anything
Oh my god,
come
all
out
the
my
time.
nose.
Almost everything I've ever
One of my
done.
What the
favorite.
fuck do you do
One of my
to make
too
that
much.
happen?
Amber is just built upon physical anomalies.
Yeah, you are.
One
You really
time,
are.
and this is far more tame than what we've been talking about. One time you were eating Lucky Charms,
Yes.
and
Was it a heart or a clover?
it was all of them.
At the same time.
She was eating Lucky
Red
Charms,
Like a Pez dispenser.
specifically the marshmallows, as you do. She was talking about something, and I just happened to glance in her mouth, and I was like, stick out your tongue right now. 4 distinct quadrants of color upon tongue.
What?
It was like
How do
split.
you do that?
It was amazing.
I'm pretty sure he took a picture.
I did. I have to find it.
I gotta
That
see
just-
this picture.
That just reminds me of the time when the Grumps, they got a bag of exclusively marshmallows. Exclusively
right.
Lucky Charms
Yep.
marshmallows and none of the actual cereal.
The way it fucking should be.
They sell them.
I'm actually a big fan of Lucky
In bulk.
Charms just altogether. I think it's a good cereal.
Even the tasteless oat clusters.
It's even better than Berry Berry, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
So I have a story unrelated to any of this.
Go on.
I did tell Casey this, but I think the rest of you will enjoy. So I was at school,
Uh-huh.
and for those of the people in the microphones that do not know,
The people in the... What are you, 2?
yes, I am.
Alright.
Actually 2.5, but thanks.
Yeah.
But I have curly hair, and this girl,
Is that important to the story?
it is important.
Oh, okay.
Comes later. This girl, she's Muslim of some kind. She wears a hijab at school.
I remember this now.
Yes, and I think she's from Congo or somewhere in Africa. She's definitely from Africa, and she was sitting behind me on the side of stairs outside, and she was playing with my hair, and she says to me, "Who did your curls?" And I was like,
God.
"What? Who did your curls?" And I turned around and I was like, "God." And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and we both just started laughing because she doesn't believe in that shit, and I don't believe in that shit.
Right.
And we both know we neither neither do believe in that shit.
What? Let's reevaluate that sentence for a second.
We neither I do. Good
Nope.
God.
Okay, now we're done.
I feel like I've read that somewhere on one of those crazy
We
posts
at
that Erica
pizza.
sends me. We neither I do. Not right now. Nah. N-A-W. How do you say that? No.
No.
It's Schwarzenegger. No.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the one
You're
quote that everybody does.
Which quote?
You're welcome.
Oh, all right.
Is that the quote? I don't remember him
Guess
saying
it was
that.
now.
Do you ever hear Arnold Schwarzenegger is a real estate agent? Come with me if you want to live comfortably at a waterfront house property. I forgot how this fucking goes.
This I do.
Neither I do.
Yes. Well, that made me tick. I apologize.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just gonna go right.
Things happen
over that.
there. All right, cool. Fantastic.
Okay, so here's the thing
Yeah.
that just showed up on my computer at one point.
Oh, okay.
Because Microsoft really wants everybody to know how great Windows 10 is.
What happened to
Did-
Windows 9?
Exactly. It's so
Oh, did it
revolutionary.
not
had to
exist?
skip a number.
It skipped a number? All right.
A Windows update came upon. I'm really interested to know what you think of this.
Okay.
Because I know you are a Mac person
Well, yeah.
completely,
I feel it's just more organized.
while the rest of us are not.
Right.
So, there was a Windows update. Do you need help with that?
No, I got it. You
Okay.
can talk.
There was a Windows update, and suddenly this icon of like the new Windows
Clippy?
logo. No, that
Okay.
would have been hilarious. Look like you're having some trouble using Windows 7. Might I interest you in Windows 10? But no, the modern Windows logo showed up on like my taskbar down here at
Yeah.
the bottom. And I'm using Windows 7. I'm like, why is that there? I click on it and they're like, when Windows 10 comes out, you can have a free download that will allow you to turn your computer into Windows 10.
Yeah, I knew that.
The fuck?
Yeah. What about it?
That's weird. I didn't.
Why?
For one, I didn't know you could do that, and two,
Right.
fuck,
You can do that with Macs, too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think it's a little more
You
complicated
can turn
than
your
what
Mac
Windows
into
is doing.
Windows 10.
You can, yes.
You could. You could
That's
receive.
fucked up.
You could receive a Windows update, and suddenly, your Mac is Windows 10.
I don't know why they're doing that,
Yeah.
but I'm not opposed to it in any way, shape, or form. Because it's
Government-
going to put
what?
everybody...
Government conspiracy.
It's
Of
going
course
to
it
put
is.
everybody on a much more even level
That's true.
in terms of
I
what they
wouldn't-
can do.
I wouldn't upgrade it on the first day though, because
Oh god, no! None of that shit ever works.
All of the like the programs and stuff that are compatible with like
Yeah,
stuff before.
So
then.
that's the problem with upgrading something like that, because a lot of your shit will not work anymore,
Yep.
and that is the biggest pain in the ass.
Because right now, you sometimes will see Windows 8 stuff as downloads, but Windows 7 is like the most prevalent still.
Yeah.
Which is telling you something, first of all.
Right, yeah. Now, Windows 8, I don't think anybody had fun with Windows 8.
From what I heard, it's really good, but it's very hard to figure out.
Okay.
Like, the design, since it's so different,
Right, yeah.
it's hard to, like, first understand, but once you get it...
That's understandable. I don't know if that's how it should be in any sense of the of technology.
Because if you
like your shit should...
You should never say, well, if you can get past this, then it's great.
Right,
You should never have to say that.
Well, it's not necessarily that. It's the fact that as technology improves, it should also get simpler. It shouldn't get more... Like, there should be complex things that you should be able to do with it, but your basic functions should not be complex.
Yeah.
So, that's an issue.
What time are we at right now?
45.
45.
So, last week, I went to the movies, and I saw Spy, that Melissa McCarthy movie.
Okay.
No, I assume no one else here has seen that movie.
What movie?
Thank you. It's Spy, the Melissa McCarthy one.
Yes.
So, based on what you have seen about it, what do you think that movie is like?
It's about spies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, who's the action star who's in it?
Melissa McCarthy.
No, the other one.
Oh, Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Or as my dad called him, Jason Staham.
Of course.
Yes, my dad and celebrity names do not go very well together.
Yeah.
He's time Angelina Jolie was Angie Jolin, and Ashton Kutcher was Austin Catcher.
And Idina Menzel.
And yeah, he's basically John Travolta at this point.
Okay, well, here's a better one.
Uh-huh.
My fake mom.
Hold on. What?
She's a cardboard cutout.
Mom's best friend who works at Kellogg's.
Okay.
Who acted like my mom at Kellogg's.
Okay.
Tried to say, what's his name? Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
And
Oh,
she
no.
said, Jacquin Phoenix. I was like, how do you even get Phoenix wrong? Phoenix, Arizona. Everyone knows the shit.
Yep. Wow, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Jacquin,
Yeah.
what do we think about this movie?
I imagine-
How do you think this movie functions?
It
I
looked...
have to pee.
Okay.
Continue.
Nice.
It looked to me like it was every other movie that Melissa McCarthy is in.
You are sort of right.
Okay.
Sort of, in the sense that I've come to realize Melissa McCarthy as an actress, her characters are all the same in every single one of them.
Yes, they absolutely are.
She is a little goofy. She's very sarcastic to the other characters around her. But she's a good character, usually, in most of them. That's exactly how she is in this movie. However, in addition to this is probably, for being a comedy movie, it is such a good spy movie.
It is.
Like, this is a spy movie through and through. If you took out Melissa McCarthy and put in, like, one of the JBs of spying, you would...
James Bond, for any of you who are wondering.
No, it's James Bond, it's Jack Bauer, or Jason Bourne.
There you go.
If you put any one of those characters in place of her, you would have a legitimate good spy movie. So what makes this movie so interesting is that it takes so many hard cuts from being an awesome spy movie to it's Melissa McCarthy to it's a spy movie to it's Melissa McCarthy, and it's actually
that's gonna throw you off guard like many
it does.
times.
But it's rather flawless in how it does it. It's a very hard cut between every one of these things, but she is an incredibly competent character throughout the entire movie, except for just a few choice moments here and there where she's Melissa McCarthy. But
yeah, see, I've only seen her in... I don't watch a lot of movies, but the ones that I did watch... Oh, here we go.
Dogs.
Here come dogs. The one that I did watch was...
You're new. You're welcome.
I only saw one movie with her in it.
Cat.
I'll get it
Keep
for
going.
you.
I'm going to get this cat. Okay. Oh, you're adorable.
I only saw Bridesmaids,
Okay.
and I liked that movie for the first 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then the rest of the movie kept going and going and go. It just would not. It refused to die.
Ow, this cat is bitey.
Yes.
This is a
He
bitey
is a
cat.
little.
He is an asshole.
You're a bitey cat. Do I know? Oh, Jesus. Hold
Podcast
still.
2.0.
Speaking of bridesmaids,
Yes.
okay.
there's a movie.
Oh,
I
Called
think
Bridesmaids.
calm
It's,
down.
I,
We're off to a good start.
I think it's also called Bridesmaids.
Okay.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's another movie.
It's okay. Come here.
And-
Bridesmaids 2?
No, unrelated.
Electric Boogaloo.
But it's the worst.
The bridesmaids are back.
It
Oh,
has.
come here.
I
Oh,
always
it's okay.
forget her. Rebel Wilson,
Oh, what's your matter?
also known as Fat Amy.
Is it Melissa McCarthy too?
No.
All right, there you go.
Leo, it's fine. But it's just the worst. Like the whole movie.
What?
Megan and I watched it in college,
Okay.
and the whole.
It's called Bridesmaids, maybe.
It's called Bridesmaids is in the title.
That's the title.
that's-
Bridesmaids, maybe.
Yep.
But the whole movie, Megan, Nina, and I were sitting there going, "Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's one of those movies.
Seriously?" Because it starts out like these three bitches are like, "Oh, this fat
Hey,
girl
bitch.
from high school wants us to be in her wedding. Can't believe that hot guy's marrying this fat girl." And like, then they like are together with the dress, and they like ruin the dress because they're making fun of her.
Okay.
They, like,
Because it's a
all-
bridesmaid
They all
comedy
get
movie.
in the dress at the same time and rip it open, and then they spill wine on it. So the rest
It's like Alien.
Rebel Wilson fit in a dress with somebody else.
No. Rebel Wilson isn't there. She
Oh,
doesn't know
okay.
they're making fun of her. It's these three bitches.
Oh.
And the whole movie, it's just like they're making these terrible decisions. Like one of them does like coke or something, and they're
They
like,
siphoned some meth.
Yeah, you know.
yeah, threw a straw out of the dumpster. And it's just like the whole movie was just like, this is not what I wanted to watch. So don't watch it if it's not the real thing.
I kind of want to watch it just to make fun of it, though.
Yeah, we can watch it right after we watch Queer Duck.
I know, we still need to do that. I want it to happen. That's why we don't have animals on the podcast, because everybody loses focus.
I'm still focused. It's this one that's losing focus. The one who jumped onto the floor and
She's McFrickin' losing focus.
she's frickin' losing it. That is an adorable fucking cat, though. That is the cutest cat.
I swear he's doubled in size in like the past 2 weeks.
Maybe. Apparently he's not going to get very big,
Really?
because he was a stunted cat.
A stunted cat?
He was a runt.
Does he smoke? Is it?
They found him like covered in fleas, and
Okay.
you can see his tail is broken.
Yeah.
It might
He's
even
like a
be,
Tetris piece.
It might even be separated.
Oh.
So yeah, he was a bit of a mess. So hopefully he grows up, but he may stay a little small,
That's okay.
which is totally fine.
Yeah, that's fine. If he's that size forever, he is. Hey! What are you doing?
Now you guys can't see this, but he also consistently runs like a rabbit. Like he
Really?
bounces along.
Really? Well,
Yeah, like do it from one side of the room to
he
the
kind of
other.
does.
He
That's-
does.
Do it from one.
You should take a picture of this cat and put it in the link so people.
Yep.
We'll also share in the adorableness.
Well, I've
Here,
got
I'll take
8
a
million
video right
pictures
now
of, these,
so we
of
can
this
put it
cat.
in the links.
All right. Go get him, cat.
He also does
Doing
the
good.
butt wiggle on occasion. Not as much as he did earlier, like when
All
he
cats
first
do
came
that.
to this house, but like
All cats have the butt wiggle. Get him. Get him good.
So whenever you're listening to this part of the podcast, you can just load up this video and watch it alongside. You can
Sync that shit
sync
up.
it up. Yep.
sync it up. Sync it
Sync
up.
it up.
Cat's done.
Sync it up.
All right then.
Cat's done playing. Game over.
Cat.
Cat's tired.
Cat.
Everybody, GG.
Wait. Well,
Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
All right, let's focus.
Great time to
Let's
stop filming.
reconvene.
Yeah. I do have to say though that what my dog, the one who was hit by the truck,
Right.
that Wes Williams so adamantly wanted to tell everybody.
Repeatedly.
He is vicious when it comes to laser pointers.
Really?
Yeah, he will run around the house and like dig for it,
Oh, that's vicious.
and he'll like
Amber, you're making a bad decision right now. Amber has the laser pointer on her leg. Vertically. Vertical legs. And this could
Vertical
end
legs.
badly.
Vertical legs. He will climb.
Yeah, I'm
He
sure.
will climb.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
I want to bring up one more topic before we close.
Okay.
And this is something I really wanted to talk about because I've noticed a pattern recently.
Okay.
Of Kickstarters and how a lot of like the once great companies are all doing Kickstarters. Like with Capcom, the guy who made Mega Man doing Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, well, we've talked about that.
Well, I just want to ask: do you guys think that kickstarting anything is the way of the future?
Well, it depends. Did you hear about this whole Shenmue thing?
Yeah. We talked about it last episode.
No. So when they launched the thing at E3, they said $2 million. Here we go, and then they made 3 in however long.
Right.
Then a couple days later, like actually we want 10, and they upped it to 10 million. Yeah.
You don't do that.
Exactly.
You don't do that.
It's a little shady. And they can't disclose who donated because like some large company donated a lot of money to them. Okay. It's like so what's the point of the Kickstarter then if companies are just going to fund your thing to start with, pretty much,
right.
So it's they're a little they've got a little heat on them at the moment. So if a legitimate gaming company wants to do a Kickstarter, I think they shouldn't.
Okay.
Because they don't fucking need that. I think when somebody who's frustrated with their flagship products not having games made for them, i.e. the Mega Man, the Castlevania, Banjo-Kazooie, I have no issue with a lot of those people just giving the middle finger to their company and saying we're going to do our own thing and we're going to make this fucking game because it's what people want. That I have no issue with, and the success that has come out of the Mighty Number 9 and Yooka-Laylee is a pretty good testament to what Kickstarting can do.
Right.
But it's when somebody like whoever does Shenmue, I don't even know who does it.
It doesn't matter really.
Who is still making games. Wants to do it? Do not. No. We're not gonna put the laser pointer on my foot. When a company who's actually making games, all right. Here's the difference. In both scenarios, it's a game that people have wanted for a long time. Like apparently, Shenmue 2 had a really big cliffhanger at the end of it, and that's why people wanted 3 so bad. They wanted to know the end of the story. People want another Mega Man game because Mega Man is fucking great.
Yep. Doesn't matter if they're all the same because they're always pretty good.
Yeah. The similarity in all of these things is that people want this game to be made, which I think you're going to see in just about any game. People want the next one to be made because they enjoy the fucking series.
Yeah. That's why. I want to go on just a tiny tangent real quick.
Okay.
That's Bernie Burns. I think at one point said like people are always upset with third-party companies on like Xbox and PlayStation being like, oh, it's next fucking Call of Duty. Why don't they just do something different? Blah blah blah. And then you have like your Mario's and Zeldas,
which are all the same thing too.
Which are all the same thing too. But people like those and look forward to those compared to.
Well, it's because they've historically been good.
Yeah.
If Nintendo came out and said, I think we're done making a Zelda game. Don't you think a lot of people would be really pissed off?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Should Nintendo then do a Kickstarter for another Nintendo game? Fuck no, they shouldn't.
No. And I think they're better than that. They've made some poor decisions lately.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, E3 was so disappointing to me for Nintendo.
I didn't give a shit what they did.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit what anybody did. I'm not watching that stuff live. If something catches my eye, I'll watch a video for it later. You know? I have more important shit to do.
The only thing I watched was Nintendo's thing. But
I watched the whole thing for the World Championships, and that was pretty cool. I hope they do that every year.
But yeah, I definitely agree with what you said. How you shouldn't.
A major company has no place in Kickstarter.
If you regularly make games and you want to do a Kickstarter, don't.
No. Yeah, that's not the point. What I think what these people saw was that people wanted a sequel for a game that wasn't being made, so they did a Kickstarter, and they thought, well, we can just do the same thing, right? The biggest issue was then that they raised what their goal was even way after they hit it.
Yeah.
And maybe even doubled it at
And
what they originally wanted.
Yeah, but it does prove to show that...
I want to see where they are right now.
It really does prove that if you have a good game and you have loyal fans, you'll get shit done.
Yeah.
Very easily. Like with Yooka-Laylee, which is the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, the fact that they were rapid fire emails to like the backers and saying like, here's what we're doing, here's what we're working on,
yeah,
here's all the stuff that we have already that you can see right now.
Right.
And as far as I know, they're going to continue like dishing out stuff that they're working on.
Mm-hmm.
And now since they beat their stretch goal, their most recent stretch goal for £2 million.
Yeah.
Right as the Kickstarter ended, where there was going to be free DLC for everyone who was a backer.
That's cool.
So that was cool.
So on this, the donation goal still says 2 million,
Mm-hmm.
and they're at 3.7. So
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what
not
they're
gonna
doing.
make it now.
I don't know what they're doing at this point. So I don't know. They
They-
might have already changed it back because they got all their flack from
Probably
before.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's so hard for big companies and faces to make any mistakes, though.
It's not that they're. It's the problem is that all these big companies want to do what the small companies are doing because it seems a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know, we can get people to completely 100% financially back our project. I think we can do that. That's not the fucking point of Kickstarter. It's the
Right.
point for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
To do it. So that's
Which is a difficult thing to work with crowdfunding, because you got to be in like the right stage of financial capabilities.
right. Yeah.
You can't just be like, yeah, we were just sitting around one day and we thought, hey, this is a good idea, let's kickstart it.
Yeah.
You got to be like an actual.
It's like a business. Have you ever seen that Shark Tank show?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, where you have to have. You gotta have some sort of presentation to what you're doing.
Yeah, you can't
You
just be
know?
like, hey, we just thought of this idea, we're just gonna fucking do it.
It can't be a seed of an idea. It has to be like a fully fledged idea
Right.
that you just can't do on your own. You know?
And that has proven to be true both ways.
Yeah.
Many, many times.
Yeah. At the same time, you can't have those Kickstarters that are like, we want to do like live action stuff for our YouTube channel, but we don't necessarily have the money to buy a really fancy, awesome camera. And sometimes shit like that gets funded.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Speaking of, we need to schedule a time to
We do, because we
film
got
some stuff.
We got some good ones.
We do, and we just need to have schedules coincide.
Yeah, that's the hard part. We have to do one of them at night,
Yes.
which makes things slightly difficult-ish.
Yeah.
Because with me, it seems to me that I either have work on a Saturday night or I'm taking off Saturday night because I have a show somewhere.
Right, yeah.
My Saturday night availabilities are slim.
Fortunately for me, my schedule is always the same,
Yeah.
no matter
Makes
what.
it easy for you.
So, yeah.
Yep.
But that's me, and literally nobody else in our group.
Yep.
My schedule is always the same, but it's the exact opposite because my schedule is always full.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have every Monday, every other Sunday, every other Thursday off, and that's it. And then
Wow.
I have school Monday through Friday. So when I have off Monday or Thursday, I still
Doesn't
have
mean shit, yeah.
school until 4:30.
That's tough.
Yep. But you're almost done with that, which is exciting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Cool.
What's today? Today's the
28.
So my graduation will be in one day less than a month, and I'll finish into a month and a day.
Yay. I'm speaking at your graduation.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Butthead.
What are you saying?
I can't tell you
No,
that.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to tell.
No.
What? Because of you, or
Yeah,
just is that like a rule?
Well, no, it's just me, because I was telling him that like all these people who care so much about them, about their graduation, and my mom works. She's trying to get off, but there's no guarantee she'll get off for my graduation. My dad's a butthead, so he
And he has a mustache.
and he has a mustache, and he looks like Walter White.
Are those two things?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yes. So if he does go, he won't talk. And my grandmother was like, well,
Can't talk.
your
She's-
aunt might be coming up from Vermont.
She's also slightly crazy.
She's entirely crazy.
Okay. Well,
Is she
I wanted to sugarcoat it a
entirely?
little bit, but alright.
She told me that my Aunt Denise might be coming from Vermont that week, so...
And Denise is dead.
No. No.
Best graduation
Well,
ever.
I talked to Dad, and he was like, yeah, Denise doesn't even know if she's going to come, let alone when she would come.
Yeah.
Because she lives in Vermont.
Let's also not
Makes sense.
Let's also not pass over the fact that she just has moldy stuff in her fridge.
Yes, all the time.
Not a lot of upkeep with Grandma, huh?
Let me tell you a thing.
Let me show you something.
We went to her house. We got like a box of like those TGI Friday like
Oh
heat
yeah.
them in your microwave. It's just like the restaurant appetizers.
Right.
We got taquitos, and I knew they were going to be too spicy for her. So I said, like, how about we get out sour cream to dip them in, because that'll, that goes with taquitos.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, there's two in there. One of them's open, the other one's not. Get the one that's open, dog Graham. So I get the one that's open, like lift the lid, like solid black, not even green, like black.
Oh, God.
And she's like, just scrape it off the top. I'm like, no.
scrape it off.
This is in the trash can now. So I throw it away.
You can't scrape shit.
No. So then I get the
It's
other.
like cement.
So then I get the other.
Sour cement.
Then I get the other, the one that wasn't open yet, out. And, there's a sealed, like that white plastic that you have to peel off.
Right, yeah.
Unsealed stuff like that. Lift that, solid green. Like, even
How is that possible?
sealed. It was in her fridge for so long.
It's one way away from black.
It was disgusting.
God damn, that's a lot of wind out there.
Yeah, it is. How long are these speeches supposed to be? Because this was like a
3
minute and a half.
hours.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to say too much.
I
Yeah,
was
but like
not very
everyone
aware.
else is like little stories about like I
Do
remember
a comedy set.
Yeah.
Just go out there and do 5.
stand up, start roasting me.
Yeah.
I am gonna fail miserably if I do
So
that.
Amber, right?
Yeah, but like most people just stand up and say about like, oh, I remember when they were little and this, that, and the other.
That's what you should do.
That's mom.
I remember when Amber was so little.
I met her 3 years
I don't
ago.
know, like a month ago
How
or something.
little was she?
She was so little.
Some people say Amber sounds like a goose when she laughs. She sounds like an entire farm. That's the truth. I discovered yet another new laugh yesterday.
Yeah.
She's
It was-
like a laugh
It was like
encyclopedia.
it was like Donald Duck.
Donald Druck.
Donald Duck was drowning.
Donald Druck sounds like the sleaziest truck driver.
My name's Donald Duck. I drive my truck.
We've just started a country song.
Yep. There's not enough sadness in it though.
Right. Well, not yet.
Donald Duck.
Wait till the verse where he murders the hooker. And then... Yeah, it goes on from there. So
Right.
Donald Duck drowning.
Drowning. That's what it sounds like.
Donald drunk.
How did we get to that point?
Oh, I don't even remember.
I don't even know where like what can you mimic that? Because I don't know if I can create
A little
that
bit.
laugh.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little bit. It was like.
That's Donald Duck drowning.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
It seriously sounded like that. I don't know how you pulled that off, and why I haven't heard it until just yesterday.
That's
I'm still a fan of... What's that one noise? Woo! That's the one.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
it's hard to forget, really.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I like how I keep trying to calm this cat down, and Amber's like, laser pointer! Everywhere!
I found another thing to attack. Oh, and another thing.
Because I want to hold this cat.
Really?
The cat's not up for that.
The cat does not usually like being held
Yeah,
in
the
the
cat-
first
No.
place.
No.
So,
I'll
this
fix
is
that.
the cat episode, group cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cat special.
Group cat.
Group cat.
Oh, look at hair time. Going to be beautiful.
I'm either gonna call this episode Fat Squatch or Sacksquatch
I went to Philly the other day.
or Bridesmaids maybe.
With cats.
I'm,
Gotcha.
Jess has ferrets. I'm a big fan of
Yes.
those ferrets. So they don't like me, though. They don't. She told me once, she's like, oh, yeah, they're nice. Don't worry about it. And I went to pet one, and it bit me. She's like, oh, I can't believe that. And she put him in the cage and, like, scolded him. She's like, here, this one's much nicer. And I went to pet him, and he bit me. It's like, son of a bitch.
Okay, well,
But I heard another joke from a comedian on the way to
Okay.
Philly about pets, and how the thing was like, all right, listen, when a cat is like 20, like when a pet gets really old, you put them down, if they've got problems. Except here in LA, where you put them on dialysis and shit. And it was it's $20,000 for this cat's medicine. That's 3,000 new cats. And she said, best pet in the world, tortoise. Think about it. They live 300 years. Not only is that a pet for you, but it's a burden for your next 2 generations also. It's fucking great.
That's
the
great.
bit made me want to get a turtle. Just to piss everybody off. I
We
love
had a
it.
turtle once.
Yeah, we
Really?
Pretty
don't
sure
know
we had-
what happened to him, but
Yeah,
he did
either.
exist.
So we
went
had
to the
really
farm.
good soup one night. I don't know what happened.
My stepbrother is he is this really tall, buff dude.
Okay.
He has the softest spot for animals, and will often just return home with animals.
Nice.
One time, we were walking through Ricketts Glen, which is this state park in upstate Pennsylvania that we go to every year.
Okay.
We just found salamanders on the side of the road. He's like, "I'm picking these up. We're
Freaking
taking them home."
everywhere.
We
There
had-
were 3,000 salamanders, and they
Wow.
were all identical.
Yeah, we picked up 8 of them.
Did you name them?
No, we did not, because they
Oh.
died all the next day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We've had too many animals in this house.
Too many animals.
Too
many pets.
Too many pets. Alright, we've sunk below that point.
We've
It's
hit
time-
that point. Let's
it's
wrap
time
Make a
this.
stew.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Oh, he just fell off the step.
I'm gonna tame this cat.
Takes a lot to make a stew.
I'd like to ride a cat into battle.
Yeah.
Battle
Really?
cat. Tank
Yeah.
cat.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of cat?
One that
Cheshire.
Cheshire. One that is very susceptible to Okay.
Really?
I am ticklish.
Yes. Okay.
Alright.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Canada Dry.
Okay.
Canada wet.